Hello, world. Welcome to WFHR's Rapids Report, proudly brought to you by Crockett Septic for this Thursday, September 25th, 2025. I have your host, James, here. We're joined by our friends, Family Natural Foods, Stephen and Katrina Hittner. Good to see you both. How you guys doing?
Great.
Hey, doing well.
Good.
Yeah.
Good to hear. How are? It's also good to see that you guys are calm and collected because you got a big October ahead of you guys, and it really a big part of it is the anniversary.
It is, absolutely.
Yeah.
You're right.
A lot of preparations. Katrina was up at like 5 in the morning, in at work at 5:30 one of these days.
Yeah.
I tried to do that today. It didn't quite work. I got there at 8:30.
You tried though.
Yeah.
That counts.
But he did try. It's
I did get there early, technically.
Points for Stephen.
And you were up early, but just with your daughter instead,
Yeah.
right? So,
Yeah.
yeah, she takes precedence.
What a
there.
crybaby.
Absolutely. Yeah. At that age. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
7-month-olds, they're trying to figure out that sleep.
They
thing.
really are. They really.
So is James.
Yes,
So is
yes,
James,
yes.
everyone.
Some of us never grow out of it.
James is a big baby. In case you haven't listened to this program before.
When it comes to the anniversary special.
And segue, James.
yes,
Thank you. I like
Let's
this.
get this one moving.
One of the things that we love highlighting about this is not only the date itself and certainly the great things that you guys do about it, but what over the years, what a community event it's become, and such a fellowship and a fun thing for people, along with maybe collecting up on supplies for the winter
Yeah.
or something like that.
For sure. So save the date, everyone, like James is talking about. The anniversary sale is on October 3rd and 4th. So Friday, that's going to be 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. And Saturday, that'll be 9 until 4. And this is our 79th Customer Appreciation Sale.
Yeah, 79 years.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's it's a moment that we like to reflect and just give thanks and gratitude to our community that has supported us through 79 years and 3 generations. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for our community, so we really appreciate that. But what we like to also highlight today, as well as at the anniversary, is the different things that we're going to have going on. So we can kind of talk about what does that look like if you've never been there, and who is going to be there, what's on sale, so you kind of have that idea and you can think about your list of what you want, stocking up and such too.
Before diving into that, I thought about this the last time y'all were in and did have a chance to bring it up. But one thing I wanted to ask, if you know or not, if anniversary doing something like this is something that was done, by your dad and his dad and that. Did they do something like this too?
I think we asked our dad about this. He definitely did it over the years.
Definitely he did it.
But I think he started it. And, it's kind of like one of these things, you have a new business and you don't even really think about anniversaries until it becomes some amount of time has passed.
5, 10 years,
Exactly,
something like that.
Yeah. And I think my grandfather probably did stuff like that. I remember some kind of old news clipping that we had saying oh, we've been in business this long. It might have been 2 months in business or something, but he put it in the paper as a little ad, come and stop in and say hello. We've been in business,
It was more than 2 months. It was been around for 2 or 5 years or something.
Something like that, yeah.
I think our grandpa, so one thing about it is our dad actually said the store's anniversary is technically in spring, but because the store's original roots of the business started as a feed and grain business, the busiest time for farmers was in spring when you're planting and growing. You have baby chicks, you have all the things going on. Everything's spring and bountiful of starting things.
Which it still is. We still saw a lot of garden seeds and some of the stuff that our grandfather sold.
But they decided to do that in fall, have the anniversary sale, usually, that early October, because it was after harvest. Because the weather, 70, 80 years ago was much colder in early October than it is now. But so that is something that was a little different. And I think to Stephen's point is our grandfather did do anniversary sales, but they were maybe sporadic more. It's our 5th or our 10th.
Yeah, maybe just doing big number ones.
Yeah. And where our dad really made it more of this consistent every year, really thanks to the community, I want to give back, you give to me kind of the concept. And, that's what Stephen and I saw growing up too. So I can't speak as much to my grandpa's because I
Sure.
don't see as many of those too.
I ask because I just loving history and thinking
Yeah.
it was, interesting, but also you do a great job of that, thanking the community with this wonderful anniversary sale and special that you guys do over the couple of days. We're going to hear more details on, but it's also in doing that, I think, a great way of honoring those that came before you and the history of this store and your not only your dad but your gramps and
Yeah.
those things by continuing to do this and by continuing to keep up that mission, that message that really began with those guys and wanting to, make this community healthier, make it more certainly a place to go, for people, and so many things that we love about Family Natural Foods.
Yeah, and I would say something that's follows suit in all three generations. So from Frank, Mike, Stephen, and Katrina, I think we always think that knowledge is power and educating our community, and that's something that all of us have done. Staff as well. Like, really about putting your own health in your own hands and educating yourself so I think
that's a great reminder. And even today, I was talking to this lady. She was looking for something for UTIs, and she said I've used ursi before, which is an herb. And I've used cranberry. Everybody knows cranberry. And I said, oh, yeah, there's an incompatibility between those two. One's trying to create more alkalinity, one's trying to create more acidity. And I looked this up in a book just to kind of, make sure I was remembering this right. And she's like, oh, that's so interesting. I never learned that. I never knew that before. And thank you for sharing that. And I was like, yeah, that's kind of what we do here is, help give, people some guidance and share knowledge. I was opening 2 or 3 different books where they're just trying to dig through, trying to help her with what she was working on. And she was like, oh yeah, I'm going to share this information with my mom too. And, it's very heartwarming to see that. And I think that's something that Katrina and I and our dad, and I'm sure our grandfather before that, it's always been about the community, because our business wouldn't continue really for many more days beyond where it is today if we didn't have customers coming in every day and appreciating what we're doing and us appreciating what they're coming in with their support and their questions.
Doing something right to be able to celebrate 79 years.
Yeah, it's
doing
really
things
wild
right
to think
over there.
about that.
Yeah.
79 years, that is wild. So for Stephen and I, it would be our 11th anniversary. And for the store's anniversary, it's 79 years, which also 11 feels really wild and big too.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, salut about that.
Thank you.
That's really
Yeah,
good.
thank
That's
you.
awesome. I didn't realize it had been that long. That's really cool, you two. That's you guys kept the ship afloat.
Yeah.
You did it. You're doing it. That's great. That's awesome. That means a lot. And not to mention how I think that it has grown with the times. It has grown with things, and how you guys have even more so, and nothing, just accessibility and so many more businesses nowadays. But look at how much of, when you go around the store in Family Natural Foods, our Wisconsin products, our local products, supporting local, helping local businesses out there. That I don't know that we'd have enough time on our either any of our schedules to get into all the depth of that, and how many people have, I've never heard of this business, but I found them because you guys had their products in your store.
Yeah.
That's the definition of buying local, supporting local, and everything, and helping out others. It's something that I admire so much in Family Natural Foods, in businesses like yours, where it's not just we want to be successful. It's, hey, we're going to lower the ladder, and we're going to make sure everybody is successful.
Yeah.
That goes a long way, and for 79 years doing that
I know,
kind of thing.
it is. It's wild, and that's really fun. I want to highlight some of the vendors that are going to, or some of the companies we work with that are going to be there, and one in particular that's going to be there on Saturday. So I'm going to highlight Fridays first, everyone. But I want to talk about one on Saturday that
stay
is
tuned until Friday.
amazing and so great. But okay, hold tight. So we're going to talk about the sale. So on Friday, October 3rd, we're going to have the 79th anniversary, and it's going to be highlighting products that are going to be on sale, like the vitamins and the supplements, cosmetic, essential oils, those kind of categories are all on sale. So definitely make your list out and come and get, sales on those. You can sign up for a raffle. When you're checking out and you're buying a gift, you're buying something, you get a free gift for coming in. So that's also something we like to do, and something our dad always did too. And then We have lots of random samples. And then
there's like if you want, like if your hands are a little dirty, we got some soap samples for you.
Yes.
They smell really good.
You can
They
use
came
it right
in this
away if you
box.
want.
They came in this box and I was like, what am I smelling? And like
the back of the room or the back of the store smells so good, like soap.
Yeah.
It's like lemongrass, I think.
That's awesome.
It's delicious.
Yeah. So I think it's lemongrass, and there was one other kind of flavor, I guess we call it. So
And we'll have
there's-
like supplement
there's- I
samples
think-
and a handful
I
of
think
other.
I'm talking to Rishi
things.
Tea out of Milwaukee, and they said they'd send us some samples that we could hand out to customers too. And they have some of the best tea really I've ever had. Really anywhere in the world. So yeah, there'll be some fun little samples. In the past, when we get enough samples, we might do this again. There's been some issues over the last couple of years, supply chains or whatever, where we haven't had as much. But there was a stint, probably 3 or 4 years, 5 years, where we did a wheelbarrow of samples. So we just dumped them
I
all
remember
in there,
this, yeah.
stir them around
It's
a couple
like
times with a big old canoe
2015.
paddle, like we're making what's that?
Oh yeah, what is that called? Oh, here we're on air trying to. Oh, that like that drink that you have everything in. Is that what you're thinking
Thinking
of?
of that soup that people.
like gumbo?
Yeah, like gumbo, but they make it in like the Green
The
Bay
Green Bay area. Oh, it's.
Oh,
what's it called?
There's somebody
Oh,
yelling it at
I
the
know,
radio.
they
right now.
There's
are.
a call-in radio program
yes,
right now.
yes,
Somebody would call in and tell us.
Yes.
Anyways, it's not relevant anyways. But we'll have tons of samples. If we get enough, we'll put it in a wheelbarrow because that's a good time.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
It's super fun.
And then we've got like some really cool folks coming to do some like education and sampling at their store. We have Tom Heck.
A lot of people have met him over the
from
years.
Terry Naturally. He's worked with Terry Naturally from day one. And we've worked with him from day one. And I just have a lot of respect and admiration for Tom. And we have customers who come in, they kind of see him and they've talked to him before. So they just like kind of make a beeline. I'm like, oh, hi. Okay.
I want to talk to Tom.
They want to talk to Tom. So like people come in just to talk to him and he's here most years. I don't know what his time frame is he's going to be in. I guess we should.
He's usually
solidify
more
it.
in the morning, and he's usually
Yeah.
gone by like 1, I would say, at the latest.
Yeah, he tries to get home to his kids, I guess. But Tom's like any kind of questions you've got about Terry Natural, he's been there from the beginning. He knows everything. Most all of our staff know like a lot. But if you've got a few extra questions, come in for that. And Tom's also going to be giving out samples. He's got like a bunch of samples. So like you could try stuff. Some of it you can taste, really tasty samples that are also good for you, obviously. And then we've got, who's it, Liz?
We have Liz, and she represents a couple different brands of ours, like a new like tallow like lotion company. But she's going to highlight Gaia, which is a really great herb company. It's certified organic. They're out of North Carolina, so she'll be talking about that, doing some sampling of that.
Really unique, high quality,
really
herbal
high quality
products.
herbal products.
And we've been selling them for a few years now. Katrina and I look through the products and we're like, whoa, all these products are really good.
There's no wrong.
Yeah,
there's all
really,
good choices
yeah.
with those ones.
And Liz has worked with that company for a long time, so she can really, speak to them as well or better than we can. But Liz is like, she's been doing this at our store a couple of times. I think she had like
her energy is exceptional.
Yeah, when you meet Liz, you'll just be like, oh, okay, this is fun. Like she's the kind of person who wants to give you a hug and
She
like
doesn't even know you.
puts a smile on
Yeah.
your face, and like you just kind of like she brings an energy that's really special, and it's really fun to have her at her.
Between her and Tom, you're noticing a theme here, everybody.
Yeah, all good stuff,
yeah.
right? All good stuff.
I mean, we've kind of learned over the years. There's certain folks representing certain companies that we really love to have come, and we can't.
They do it right.
We can't have all of them. So there's always kind of like we're kind of like in this battle. Katrina and I will be like, who do we have this year?
It's
and
an
like,
exclusive list.
yeah, but like
yeah.
the great thing is like maybe the next year they'll be the others
Yeah.
will be there. So it's great.
it sorts itself out. Like I really like how it's stacked up this year, and wait until we talk about Saturday.
Hold on, wait till Saturday. So also Liz is going to be kind of representing Vital Planet. So we've had Vital Planet talk about a lot of digestional health, do presentations. So Liz is going to be there, and she can answer a lot of other questions specific to that and that brand, but all sorts of things, digestive health. And then 4 Elements. So back to this like rooted local roots of a lot of things here, which we love that theme. 4 Elements is out of Baraboo, Wisconsin. So an hour away, everyone, like an hour away. It is a beautiful farm in the rolling hills of like the Baraboo
Hills.
Hills. Yep. And it's a great farm. We've been there before ourselves. We've known Jane, the herbalist that is running 4 Elements, the owner, since we were kids. Like, we'd see her at conferences and stuff. She won't be there, but a different one of her staff associates will be there, and she's wonderfully knowledgeable. And they're going to be doing different samples of some of their cosmetic line, some of their teas that are so good, so perfect for this time of the year for like immune health and such. So she's going to be in.
All these things are made from herbs that Jane grows on her farm, and she's a certified herbalist, so she knows what she's doing with these. She grows the herbs, and then she makes the formulas all on her farm. And it's such a cool thing. And she's been doing it for so many years. Like, you kind of hear about these stories now and then, and you're like, that's cool. Or like, you look at their formulas and you're like, it's not that good of a formula. But like, Jane's a pro, and she knows what she's doing, and all of her staff know what they're doing. It's going to be really cool to have them here at our store.
Absolutely. Okay, I remember the soup name, and it's so funny because I wanted to yell it in between saying this.
Booyah!
Booyah!
Oh, of course. Booyah.
Booyah. That's the soup.
Oh, nicely done. Points to Katrina.
You remembered it too.
I remembered it too. It was like,
okay.
yeah,
Nice.
I did not remember.
Wow.
I'm not going to lie. I did not remember it. But that's great. Thank you so much
Very
for that.
Green Bay, Wisconsin, right
yeah,
there.
it comes from some culture.
It's like a Scandinavian
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
So,
Yeah.
yep. Okay, so Saturday. So Friday's
Yes.
packed and is awesome. So you can come Friday. You can decide to come back Saturday, and often people do, and it's wonderful.
A lot of people come pretty early. We often, this is another thing I guess we could tell people on the radio. If you're listening, you're in on the secret.
Yeah.
We do a little like giveaway for the first few customers who come in. So if you come in, like if you're at the door opening, that's like an advantage on Friday. And sometimes we'll do it on Saturday. No guarantees, but probably.
Right.
And then the other thing that I would say is, like, if you want to kind of hit the time, like I said, it's always quite busy for the first hour. Most of these sales reps kind of come like 10:30, 11, and they stay until like 1, maybe 2 o'clock. So I'd come in that like 11 to 1 o'clock range, and you'll probably be able to hit all 3 of those on Friday. Again, I should clarify times, maybe check Facebook or give us a call if you really want to figure out the timing of these specific people.
Just stale day.
Or just come and then come again. That's what a lot of people, that's why we started doing Saturdays. It was actually, we started doing 3 days. Our dad always did 1 day, and I can see why, because it's a lot of work.
And we moved it to 2 because we said, 3 is a lot of work.
But 2 is nice because some people can't make it 1 day. So we do it on 2 days. And like what we actually realized is a lot of people came a second time. They brought their cousins, they brought their sisters, they brought their brothers, ideally.
Yeah, I would bring my brother
Oh,
with.
you'd bring your brother.
Yeah.
That's nice of you.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very well done. But I hope everybody.
So Saturday, so that's going to be October 4th, coming for the 79th anniversary is fun for multiple different things. So we have Keith, and he is with Farm Aloe. And this is one of the only businesses that we can say that has worked with all 3 generations of Family Natural Foods owners. So he worked with our grandfather, Frank, and our dad.
Selling aloe.
With his aloe company. And then his first aloe company. Now he's on his second aloe company. And this one is the best aloe company out there. And then he worked with our dad. And during our dad's era, he would come in and he would bring these like cases of aloe that are not, they're at least 60 pounds, if not more.
It's a case of 12 of 32-ounce bottles.
Yeah.
So,
and he'd bring them in
liquid.
himself, and he'd bring in like 8 of them at, here's 1, here's another, here's 2 at a time. And he was doing that in his 70s. Well, y'all, he's 97 and he wants to come and he wants to sample his aloe because he loves it so much.
This guy's awesome.
He's obviously in good health. He's 97 years old. He's taken his aloe.
Product's working.
We've been working with him for probably 70 years. Probably not the first 9 years,
it's
but
hard
like
to say exactly when. We'll have to ask him when he started his first
we'll get
company.
the full story.
Or you come in and ask him. But yeah, Keith is kind of an inspiration. Anybody who started a company and is stuck to it, and he didn't try to like branch into all these different things. He just does aloe.
Yeah.
Like he even made a shampoo and conditioner because he's like, oh, really? You could just use the aloe juice in your hair.
Wow.
Just take 100% or whatever aloe juice and use it in your hair. But he's like, people kind of want it in a bottle, and they don't want to get it out of the refrigerator to go take a shower.
Yeah.
Right.
But like his shampoo and conditioner, if you look at like the percentage of aloe, it's like 75% aloe or some, I
Sure.
forget the exact number. It's very high. A lot of products in the market say like contains aloe vera, and it's like like who knows, 1%.
Yeah.
You know, like it's like a little sprinkle of it. But he's so dedicated to aloe. He's like, we're gonna make as much aloe as possible in this product.
He does it right.
Yeah, he's just he's a really cool guy to meet and to hear from.
His products sound as great as he does.
Yeah.
Like it sounds like
Yes.
that's somebody you want to meet, you want to talk to. That's awesome.
Absolutely. So yeah, he'll be there on Saturday, and we may have one more guest on Saturday, but we're confirming those things up. So either way, come on October 3rd and 4th for our 79th Customer Appreciation Sale. It's really happening from like 9 to 6 on Friday, 9 to 4 on Saturday. There's sales, there's tastings of things, there's knowledge, there's friendship shared. There's just a good time overall, and definitely some, sales to get and some gifts and such. It's a great time to stock up, and it's a great time to spend it over at Family Natural Foods.
Well said. And thank you so much for that breakdown of all that. And it was a really nice job by both of you. That said, there's so much left. We touched the tip of the iceberg on this, and the fun that these 2 days are and everything. Mark them on your calendar, everybody. Make plans to head on over there multiple times if you can, because there's multiple things going on. There are no reruns over those 2 days.
The other thing I should circle back on too, just for 1 second, is like we do all these gift baskets, and we get a lot of them.
We do.
People always come in when we call them and we say they won. They're like, I never win anything, and we love the fact that we have like sometimes like over 50 gifts that we're giving out.
Yeah.
Sometimes like closer to 75. So we're calling 75 people after this event. Sometimes takes a couple days, as you can imagine. And we say like, hey, you won something. And they're like, what? I never win anything. So come in, sign up for some door prizes. You got a good chance of winning. There's a lot of great prizes.
Yep.
They're still coming in. There's boxes of them today.
Yep.
And also like get a free gift with each purchase. We've got some really special ones this year. We kind of splurged a little bit on them this year.
Yeah, we did. That's true.
So yeah, free gift with each purchase, free samples. We'll have somebody probably in a tent out front just welcoming folks. It's just gonna be a fun time.
Yeah, it is.
October 3rd and 4th over at Family Natural Foods. To give you more details before we wrap up with the team.
Yeah. Last little thing I want to just highlight, because I don't know if we'll be on air before that, is that Wellbell presentation we're going to have. It's a hair, skin, nails supplement. It's going to be done by Lori. She is a local half of the year, and she's super passionate about all things hair, skin, and nails, which really is a group like that's a lot of people can get a lot of health from.
Pretty much everybody's
this.
got one of those three.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hopefully all
yes.
three.
Yes.
Hopefully.
Yes. So that's something that's worth marking your calendar. It's October 8th at 5:15. It's a Wellbell presentation at Family Natural Foods. Come and learn. Come meet Lori. She's fantastic. And again,
another owner of her company.
Yeah.
Another passionate person who, has talked to her customers and knows the results that are possible with this product. And Katrina and I've talked to Lori more than once, and we're just really touched by like her passion in the product and the fact that she lives local, and she's like, yeah, I'd come talk to customers and consumers. And so we're gonna open it up, and everyone can bring their questions and learn about the product.
We've known from many of our not only listeners out there, but even guests that I've had for other things that have nothing to do with you guys coming in and talking about being at a presentation, or oftentimes when a guest knows you guys are coming in and they mention something about the store or one of these presentations, and they come back to, yes, the great products and the great service. Because, another thing that we didn't touch on nearly enough, all these amazing employees that have worked there over all these 79 years.
That's like each one gets their own episode.
Absolutely, and deeply appreciate all of them. But you mentioned knowledge, and that's such a cool part of this that I don't know that I thought that much about. But I know that our guests have, and I know that community people that I've talked to, and including my own mother, have talked about this quite a bit, about the things that she learned. And there ain't many things that Pam Maloff loves more than knowledge and learning stuff.
Right.
And your mom and dad,
She
or
might have
the
even
store.
worked at a library.
Yes, right. She just
Imagine
loved that
somebody
about this.
liking knowledge and working in a library.
It's a wild thing.
Yeah.
It really speaks to that. It speaks to the impact that this store makes and what it does, and why we're so happy to be celebrating 79.
Yeah, we're definitely excited about it. So everybody come on out one more last time. We're going to mention it. October 3rd and 4th for our 79th Customer Appreciation Sale. Join us.
Always great hanging out with you guys and talking with you. Thank you so much for the time. We'll be highlighting those presentations and the sale itself on our morning shows and other places and everything, and making sure we get a good turnout. Not that you need us, to be honest. I mean, we know the turnout's going to happen either way, but we'll try to help. We'll try to add on to those numbers.
We appreciate
send some
it.
of your
Yeah,
friends over.
thank you.
Bring your cousins. Bring your even brothers, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll meet you down there, everybody. I'll be down there
All
at least
right.
one of those days, so I will see you down there.
there. Yep.
See you two there. Thanks for the time, you guys.
Yeah,
Thanks.
thank you.
And a big thank you to all of you for joining us for another edition of WFHR's Rapids Report.